start with the medical bulletin. How are you looking? I think it was 8 at last count. Could be missing. What's the latest?
Okay, what's the latest? Well, Baldwin, Gabby, Arhan, Bozzy, and are definitely out, and the rest are doubtful. That's where we're at.
Yeah, which obviously paints the picture of how serious the injury situation is. Does that mean John Taylor's knee hasn't quite settled as quickly as you would have liked?
Well, he's doubtful. I mean, actually, I say the rest doubtful, and I'm wrong there. Ricardo's fit. He trained today, he's fine. He's recovered really quickly, which is good news. The rest are a doubt, I have to say.
That'll be a big boost for you, though, because centre-back position and defence in general is a problem for you at the moment.
Yeah, it is. So, I've got 3 fit, Ricardo, Sean and Christian. So, obviously, if Ricardo wasn't fit, I'd only have the 2. But, no, I'm pleased that he's trained really well today as well. We didn't do much with him, but what he did well.
Tempted by a change of formation then, possibly this weekend?
I don't want to. I have to admit, I like the formation we're playing. I think we've done really well in it. But sometimes injuries will limit the options you've got and actually make it easier for you as a manager to have no choice really. But no, I would prefer to keep the formation I'm playing. In particular, what we've seen of Bradford, who have been playing a diamond. But there is a possibility, as we've always got, of a change of formation if we think that's necessary.
Just a quick word on McAvoy. He was going to have a scan this week, I think. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, the scan's not showed anything too serious, but he would remain a doubt, I would have to say, Nick, before Saturday.
Yeah, and for the others, is it a case of, I know we know about Baldwin, obviously, and Gabby, but the others, not quite sure how long they'll be out for at the minute?
In terms of who have we got? Arhan?
Yeah, Arhan, I think he's still another few weeks away.
He's still a few weeks. Jack and Gabby, we're hoping will be fit for the Port Vale game. Bozzy, we would like to think he would be fit for the Colchester game. And the rest, obviously, we'll wait and see. Cozzy would, at the moment, probably be 80% ready for Saturday. We're pretty optimistic he's going to be okay.
In terms of new recruits, hopeful before the weekend? You're still working hard on that one?
Yeah, now we're at Thursday. I mean, if we got them in, obviously, they would be available, but I would probably, in my own mind, I know what I'm going to do in terms of Saturday. I'd just go with that. We're still waiting and seeing. As I said to you after the game on Tuesday, we're not going to be silly about it, and that remains the case.
Could the next 48 hours be important with the pursuit of Luke James? I understand he's sitting down with Colin Cooper today. A second transfer request has gone in. Are you still going to give that maybe another couple of days before you look elsewhere if you need to?
I will treat it as we have done and be patient, and they're fully entitled, Hartlepool, to do what they want to keep a player. We've done it ourselves. But of course I think they'll have a valuation on the boy. We will, but we don't want to go any more than what we've already offered. So I think that's where the stumbling block is, and that's the same as any transfer really. There's always seems to be 2 different valuations, and when you meet in the middle or meet that valuation, the deal will get done. At the moment, we're still a good bit apart, I have to say.
The ball's really in their court then now, is it? You've done your business and you'll just have to wait to see what they say? Yeah,
no problem with Hartlepool at all, not at all. We've done our business in the right way and made the bids, and they're, as I say, entitled to reject them. The boy's obviously adamant that he wants to leave. And that's again his prerogative. So we've done all that we can as a football club. We've done it in the right way. We've dealt with Hartlepool directly. But like I say, it's looking a good bit off at the moment.
Marcus Madison at Gateshead, is that one where you're waiting for an answer from them? Are they still mulling over an offer?
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah. So patience, I guess, is the key word.
It is. It is the key. The one thing I would say though, obviously, last Tuesday with a game, this Tuesday with a game, there's a little bit of a gap between next week, between the games of Saturday, and then Saturday and Saturday again. So a bit more time to digest it and sort of look at it again. But the targets we've got, we've put bids in, and as you say, it's the same situation with both Madison and James. And we're working away, but I have to say we have got other targets. We'd be foolish not to, and we've sort of inquiring about the other targets at the moment as well.
Yeah, you'll be delighted, I imagine, not to have a midweek game next week, just so that the squad can settle down a bit, and I guess you can concentrate your efforts fully on bringing players in and getting players out as well, which is important, as you've said.
Yeah, the injury front is disappointing because it's the only real negative I take from the seat, apart from obviously going out of the Cup. even the other night, I've looked at it, I thought we were excellent. I really did. I thought we played really well, and loads of positives to take from the performances. I actually felt the first half was our best 45 of the season, but you don't always get what you deserve, and a little bit sloppy in the second half at times. But no, I thought it was a really good performance and a really positive one, and one if we can continue to do, then we will win plenty of games. I've no question about that.
Yeah, and as a manager, I guess it's your job, particularly with the young squad, to accentuate those positives so the players are in a good frame of mind going into this weekend, despite the fact they've lost midweek.
Absolutely. We've got to remain positive. We've got to obviously learn from mistakes and certain moments in games I spoke about after Tuesday night, and get that bit of savvy that when you're not going to win a game, make sure you don't lose it. Take something from a game. I've seen many teams that have done it over the years, especially at home, where they've just managed to take something, maybe a last minute equaliser. It just keeps that momentum going, and it's not been knocked too badly, don't get me wrong, and we picked them up again this morning. Not that they'd picking up, they were very good spirits. Probably going to show them the first half actually on the way up to Bradford, just to reinforce how good that performance was.
You like a game with an edge, don't you? And this probably fits into that category. Should be a big crowd, a team that have had a decent start, one for your players to go and relish, really.
Yeah, going to be a really good game. And, there will be a good crowd. There's always a good atmosphere, good big pitch. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And they've started the season really well. They're playing a diamond, and they may play something different, but it's a formation we know very well ourselves, the strengths and weaknesses of it. They've got some really good experience in their team. The two centre-halves, Davis and McArdle, really experienced. Hansen, real threat. Aaron, we know about, whether it's him or Bennett, who came on and scored. So they've got strengths, they've got, good experience with a bit of youth. It'll be a tough game, it really will be a tough game, but if we can manage to get control of possession and get a foothold in the game, I think we can cause them problems.
Yeah, they've looked to add experience, haven't they, over the summer. Sheehan came in, didn't he? Knows this league very well, and I think Lidl as well to shore up their midfield a bit. So they're a side with a lot of know-how, you'd say. Yeah,
they are. They've changed it a bit, but they've really down the spine of their team. They've gone with a real good bit of experience, as you mentioned, Lidl and Sheehan from Notts County. So, it'll be a tough game. You'd expect a tough game. You look at the fixture list, Bradford away, you would say that's a tough one. But it's one we know we can go there and win.
Yeah, you played well there, particularly second half, didn't you? Last season, end of last season, you were down to 10 men, but really should have taken a point from that one. Yeah,
we should have. We were playing a diamond ourselves that night. They matched us up, and the boys scored a great free kick. Reach on it. It's gone back to Middlesbrough. Sean got sent off. In second half, we probably should have taken a point out of it. So it was a disappointing result. But no, we're going there to win the game, as we always do, and the players will be aware, as normal, of certain areas we feel that we can cause them problems in.
Yeah, with the sort of youthfulness of the squad, is that a positive when it's so busy at this stage of the season? Because I guess with young players, they just want to be involved every week. They want to play every game if they can, and they look forward to it more than perhaps they would if they're a bit older and a bit more experienced.
No, you're absolutely correct. And every morning they're bouncing about the place, and it's good. No, they're great energy about them, and I've said it before, it sort of makes you feel a little bit younger at times as well. But no, they just want games, they want to play, and they want to train, and you have to drag them off the training ground at times. But no, we're in a good place at the moment, and there's going to be ups and downs throughout the course of the season. It's how myself and the staff handle that with a younger squad, and keeping them positive.
With the squad looking a bit thin at the moment, does Joe Newell come back into your thinking? He suffered a setback, didn't he, with that toe injury, but I think he's fully fit now. Does he come back into the equation? Yeah,
well, he's been on the bench the last couple of games, and yeah, he would definitely come back into my thinking. I just had a chat with him there. He's just a little bit off, obviously, fitness-wise, and I think the game on Saturday is going to be one of quite a high intensity. So I've just got to be wary of that. But no, I wouldn't have any problems chucking him straight back in, Joe.
And you were keen to get, I think it was 5 out and 2 in, wasn't it? You said on Tuesday night. How are you getting on with getting players out? Is that still sort of ongoing, really? Yeah,
well, I think Michael Richards, we can say, he's gone to Bishop Stortford on loan, so that's a good move for him. He went there last season. 1 or 2 of the younger lads are amongst that 5 that we need to get out, and they need to get games for their benefit. And we're still waiting and seeing, obviously, on 1 or 2 different developments, but we've got 10 odd days, is it? So I'm sure things will happen.
I should just ask you as well about Jack Redshaw at Morecambe, one you were interested in. I think he was personal reasons, wanted to stay where he was because he's got a young family. Is that right?
Yeah, one I spoke to and I met him and his dad. His younger brother Mark, his older brother Mark, sorry, actually played with him at Wrexham years ago. Good player, really good player. Suffered a really bad injury, one we've always kept an eye on. Spoke to him at length, had a good chat with him, good meeting with him and his dad, and it was a personal situation. Quite simply, he's got a young family. His wife was a week overdue with a baby, and he sort of made a family decision that he didn't want to move away from the area, which made it a bit strange because I didn't think his wife got pregnant all of a sudden. I think he sort of knew that before he came down, so I couldn't even really understand that one. That was the only thing I couldn't understand. But listen, he's made his decision, no problem. I think the boy's a good young player, but we'll move on, simple as that.
Yeah, one for the future possibly, or is it new
Possibly, but you know, football. I'm not critical of his decision. Absolutely respect it, and I spoke to him. But you've got to make sacrifices. But he made a decision on a personal basis. Football-wise, he would have jumped at it, but you have to respect that and move on from it.